Thank you for choosing our Patio Heat channel. I'm Steve. We provide tips and information to extend the enjoyment of your patio project. Our videos give you a knowledgeable overview prior to investing in your outdoor heating equipment. Whether you are a professional or owner-builder, we provide specific details for optimum heat coverage for your application. Post a comment or question, or for developed visual designs, send your request into designs@patioheat.com. We're here to work with you. For over 30 years, patio heating is the bedrock of our business, expressing what works best. Now let's get heating. All right, so here we have this residential application, and go ahead and just do the overall dimensions first of all. So we have this section here of 10 feet, and then we have this section here of 5 feet to the outside edge of the wall. Now I removed the wall here just for the purposes of being able to visually see the application a little bit better. And so let me just take that off again. And then also we have the distance of the internal area. I didn't mark that, so I'm going to go ahead and just mark that as 5 feet. And you should be able to see that 5 feet section there. There we go. And in any case, they had requested whether or not they can place a flush mount unit in the ceiling up here. And this is a 6,000 watt unit, so the unit itself is the total distance of the frame of the flush mount itself is this 5 feet 10 1/4 of an inch. And the issue that I have so far is they did mention that the beams are going across, or the ceiling joists are going from left to right here. Let's go ahead and just take off the top up here and take a look at that. So what I was told was that the dimensions, or the distance apart from each other, was approximately 11 inches. And I'm not sure where my 11 inches went, but let's go ahead and place that 11 inches on here again. So from here to here, 11 inches. However, you can see that the flush mount kit itself is requires a 13-inch total distance. So you can see here from this point here to this point here is 13 inches. And I'm going to go ahead and set that back down. And also I'm going to take this off here and actually change this here so we can take that off. Sorry for that delay on that. So the only thing I can really say is if they want to put a flush mount kit in here, you need to make sure that, number one, I'm not 100% certain of where the ceiling joist starts. Does it start from this edge here and go 11 inches this way? So would the unit itself be over here? I'm not quite sure of that, but let's just say that it's where I have it for right now, and I have this centered within the 10-foot span from left to right here. But what you'd have to do is you'd have to take a section of the ceiling off in order to get into here and rebuild this particular section of the ceiling joist. And let's just now say that we could maybe cut this down, and go ahead and just take that off. And then you would probably want to do something like this, where you could build something up like this. And let's just go over here and bring a portion over here. And so it would have to be something like this, where you could structurally make this sound. Now I'm not showing how to structurally make it sound, I'm just showing what I see typically out in the field when I go out there and look at jobs similar to this. And then of course you'd have to probably build something else within this realm of area here to here, and we'll go ahead and just push that over. I'm not making the exact dimensions of all this. However, let's see if we can put this like this. So it would be something like this that you'd have to change. Now you'd have to contact a structural designer in order to achieve this true requirement. However, this would be something that would probably work based on what I see out in the field as far as the fit of the unit itself. So if we looked at the overall dimensions of the flush mount 1 hour fire rated drywall that you're seeing here on top, that's 13 inches there, and then from here to over here would be 5'6" and 1/2 inch. So that's the kind of room that you would need, as well as the fact that the minimum height from the ceiling, which is right here, let's see it right here, from here to above here would be 8 inches. And then of course inside here you have the drywall, 5/8 drywall that's fire rated. You have the flush mount frame itself, and then you have the heater itself inside here. So that's where you would need everything, or how you would need everything to be developed inside of the ceiling in order to actually make this fit. So let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat now. And so the footprint of heat would be fairly decent for a seating position like this. I put another chair out here just to kind of show that, you know, it's not going to heat up this far out. This is 5 feet from this point here to over here to the edge of the wall. So if we put that wall back on here, you know, that distance isn't going to be heated over here, but this distance here would be heated just fine. Your footprint is typically going to be somewhere in the nature of about 10 feet from here to here. So 5 foot from the center point out, and 5 foot from the center point to the left over there as well. But that's what you'd have to do. And another last thing I just want to show is that the clearances below the heater have to be met. So we have 18 inches from the edge of the heater to the left, 18 inches to the right, and 18 inches front and back as well. As long as, you know, the heater itself is at the same elevation as the ceiling, you should be able to maintain all those clearances. I'm going to go ahead and just show you over here that we're meeting the clearances on the back edge here as well. So, but that is how I would look at possibly placing this unit, is something like this. And yes, it would heat up real well. They also requested for the option of having something controllable, meaning that you can turn it from 10% on to 100% on, and that would require it to have a control panel. That control panel would have to be mounted somewhere. It could be mounted, you know, down here. It could be mounted over there. It's kind of a larger box than just a junction box, so it would be best to have it located somewhere where you can kind of hide it. I'm not quite sure what type of space you have up here, whether this is attic or not, but it could be placed in the attic, and that wire could be run from that attic into the heater position itself. So that's the only way that you can control the unit. Or you could use what's known as a duplex switch. A duplex switch on this 4,000 watt unit. I'm just going to show you how this unit operates. You have two elements. A duplex switch would allow you to put one element on, one element off, or both elements on. So that gives you a little bit of flexibility as far as not being able to put a control panel somewhere, you know, locally. Maybe this is, you know, portion of their property here, and you could put the junction box, the control panel over here, run the wires up this way, something like that, and into the ceiling, into the heater itself. And also maybe there's a position over here that you can place it in, place it here, run that wire down into here, and then to the heater for the control panel itself. So All right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you would like us to review your plans, send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve, and please tap that like button if you find this video interesting. We don't advertise, not monetize. YouTube does not support us unless we receive a thumbs up from our viewers. We truly appreciate that. Thank you very much. Have an excellent day.